What is up, everybody? This is Patrick and welcome back to another video. This is my Summerslam predictions. So Summerslam, this is the type of pay-per-view where WWE like to really mess with our minds. They like to mess with us and just troll us because, look at last year's Summerslam. It was a horrendous disaster with the amount of matches they gave us and who won the matches. So yeah, and I'm just gonna run through the card. I'm gonna run through it from top to bottom. And we'll see where we go. But I will start off with the kickoff matches or pre-show matches, and then we'll go straight down from there. Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak. This is on the pre-show. I don't understand why Triple H keeps shafting them. These two, the cruiserweights, are a best way to start off a pay-per-view. But he gave the whole brand to Triple H, and this is how he's treating a brand that belongs to Triple H. Stupid. It's just stupid. I think Cedric Alexander is going to win. Because I think Cedric is doing some great things with it right now. And I think maybe someone like Leo Rush could take the title off him because he's new. And maybe we could, and maybe Neville if they bring him back. But I think Neville is pretty tough one. But I wouldn't mind if they brought back Neville. They should really try and convince him to come back. Because I think he could be one of the guys for Cedric to verse. But I think it's going to be Leo Rush next in line. The B Team versus the Revival. I really want the Revival to win, but if I know this damn company, they're going to have the B Team retain. Again, it's like I just said to you guys, I want the Revival to win, but I have to go B Team because I know this company. I know this company too well. They're stupid. They won't listen to the fans. They don't care about the Revival. And yeah, I really want the Revival to win. I really do. But I just think it's not going to happen. B Team's going to win, but I still want the Revival to win. Rusev and Lana versus Andrade Cien and Zelina Vega. I am all for Zelina Vega wrestling. I am okay with Zelina Vega being in the ring and competing because I know she can wrestle. If you guys seen her photo shoot on WWE.com, she's got her own wrestling gear on, and if you look at the WWE.com pictures, she's not in her manager clothes, she's in her wrestling clothes. So this pretty much settles it that Zelina Vega is most likely going to be a wrestler. But she can still be manager with Andrade Cien, but she can wrestle at the same time. She can do both. She doesn't have to do one or the other. I think having her wrestle is a good thing. She doesn't have to wrestle every week. She can just wrestle when it's time for her to do something. I think Rusev and Lana should win this to overcome the heels. But we've got Aiden English in the background. We don't know where Aiden English is going to go. We don't know if he's going to actually help Rusev and Lana win. And he's finally on the good gracious of Rusev and Lana. Or Aiden English intentionally screws Rusev and Lana and he joins up with Almas and Vega. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to go with Rusev and Lana to overcome Almas and Vega because I think they need a win. I think they need a win over Almas and Vega. And I would have Lana pin Vega. Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. I just want to get this one out of the way first because I don't give a crap about this match. Finn Balor should win. And here's some useless information if you guys don't know. Finn Balor is undefeated. at SummerSlam. He's 2-0. Will he go 3-0? We'll find out. But I want him to go 3-0. SummerSlam victory for Finn. I think he should beat the Constable. Bryan versus Miz. If there's one negative I have to give this rivalry, that it's been all about total divas and total ballers and Miz and Mrs. I don't like that, because if something like that is hanging around in a rivalry, then you would most likely think the females will get involved. That was my first thought when Maryse was getting involved. I was thinking, well, they could always add Brie into the story, and I don't think they're going to be doing that. It doesn't feel like they are going to be adding Brie and Maryse to the story. It's just going to be Miz and Bryan. This feud needs to continue after SummerSlam. But we'll have to wait and see. And my pick is Daniel Bryan to win this match. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy for the United States Championship. I think Shinsuke is going to retain because he's just won the championship. There's no reason to take the title of someone who's just won it. He's just won the United States Championship, and I think either two things can happen. It'll either be a disqualification win for Jeff Hardy, where Randy Orton gets involved, or Randy Orton gets involved in the match, but he doesn't cause a disqualification. He just distracts Jeff Hardy, and Shinsuke retains. So my money is on Shinsuke to keep the title, whether if it's by disqualification or if he actually does beat Jeff Hardy. Carmella versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship in Triple Threat rules. I think people are getting this story all mixed up, because I'm hearing two different sides of the story, and I'm more leaning to one story. One story is where everybody thinks Becky Lynch should win the SmackDown Women's Championship, and everybody in the other side of the story is Charlotte winning the championship. And I'll tell you what, yes, this is the moment where Carmella should lose her championship. There's no denying that, but I'm more leaning towards Charlotte winning. And I'll tell you why. Because I just don't see her going heel. People want to see Charlotte go heel. I just can't see Charlotte going heel. I can't. It's impossible to turn Charlotte heel. Because she's WWE's main attraction. She's WWE's main girl. She's the face, the number one girl right now in WWE. And she's all over medias and all this other stuff. She's all over these medias and all this other stuff on WWE. You know, going out in interviews and all this other stuff, you know. She's just that's just what Charlotte is to WWE in the outside world. She's just somebody who is in the limelight. Has Becky been to interviews? Has Becky been out? Has Becky been out in all these places and in interviews and all this other places? No, I haven't seen Becky do any of that stuff. Becky doesn't do that stuff with WWE. She doesn't go out to medias and all this other stuff. Becky doesn't do that. It's Charlotte that does that. So I think Charlotte's winning and Becky is turning heel. I don't know why people don't want to see Becky as a heel. Yes, the crowd love her, but you think they would love her more as a heel. Because, you know, because Becky has every reason to go heel. Not Charlotte. Charlotte doesn't have a reason to go heel. Becky does. Because Becky, this whole story has been Becky being screwed. Because Becky earned her right to compete against Carmella. Then Charlotte comes waltzing back in and gets a shot handed directly to her. Because she's Charlotte. And Becky's been frustrated with Charlotte through the number of weeks that they've built this up. And I think this is where, and I think Charlotte winning the title is going to be Becky's breaking point. And Becky's been saying that she's been putting up with Charlotte, you know, taking the spotlight away from her, and she's been putting up with it her whole career. And I think Charlotte winning the title can be Becky's breaking point. And Becky can go and transform herself into a heel. Experiment with it. Experiment with Becky as a heel. I think Becky as a heel has more money. And then you can go with Carmella turning face, because I think Carmella being a face is just better. And Carmella would be less annoying. Not just because she's annoying on the mic. I don't mean that annoying. I just mean, annoying. I mean, like, she wouldn't be a annoying heel. I think a face Carmella is a good Carmella. And I think that is what's going to get Carmella over with the crowd in WWE on the main roster. Carmella as a face will give out more popularity to Carmella. It will get Carmella more attraction to the audience as a face than as a heel. People can't take Carmella seriously as a heel. People don't even think Carmella's a heel type person. I recently listened to King Schmidt's predictions, and he said Carmella should turn face by default. Now, I wouldn't do that, and I'll tell you why I wouldn't do that, because there has to be a reason why she has to turn face. Same thing with Alexa Bliss. They both need a reason for the face turn. You can't just automatically say, yeah, I'm going to be on your side. You can't just have them automatically say that, yeah, I'm with the fans. And the fans will be confused on why she's now on the good side. You have to give them a reason. And I think, for Carmella, this is what I would do. Carmella loses the championship to Charlotte, which is my prediction, because I said Charlotte's going to win. And Carmella and then the Iconics come out and talk down Carmella. They make fun of her. They say Carmella's not money. They say Carmella's the worst SmackDown Women's Champion this company has ever had. And just talk her down. They just trash her, talk her down. Just don't make it too cringe. That's all I hope. And you have Billie Kay and Peyton Royce do the exact same thing they did to Charlotte. Beat down Carmella. You could have it in the same fashion, or you could have them do it even brutally more worse. That is how you can trigger Carmella into a face. You can have the Iconics beat her down. Because the Iconics, if you guys think about it, use your brains. Why am I saying the Iconics? Use your freaking brains. Why would I say the Iconics would attack Carmella? Use your brains. Figure it out. The Iconics are the reason why Carmella won the title. The Iconics are the reason. If it wasn't for the Iconics, Charlotte would still be champion, and Carmella wouldn't be champion. So the Iconics attacking Carmella, belittling her, would make sense, because they were the reason why Carmella became the champion. That's how you trigger Carmella into a face. You use the Iconics as a way to trigger Carmella into a face. That's how you do it. And then Carmella would be more over. Carmella would be more over with the crowd because she's a face. And the crowd would get into her more as a face. And yes, Carmella's face gimmick in NXT was her saying, my name is Carmella and I'm the princess and blah 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 blah. Like, yeah, that was her face character. But she won't do that now. You won't have her do that because Enzo and Cass aren't around, so there's no reason for her to do that. You can have Carmella be the way she is now, but in face style. You know, the way she has her character now. You can have her character be the way it is now, but just have it in a face style. Have her high-five the crowd. Have her smile. You know, be a typical face. Have her smile and high-five the crowd and just have her do what she does now, but in reverse, as a face. Instead of trolling the fans, she loves the fans. And I think face Carmella would be more over than heel Carmella. And I just see that working. Carmella should turn face when Charlotte wins the title. Because like I said, Charlotte is my pick to win. And Becky turns heel. Dolph Ziggler with Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins with Dean Ambrose. I think Seth Rollins should win this match. I think it makes sense for Seth to win. And then you can have Dean Ambrose turn heel. And then you can have these guys feud for a while. And then you can have Dean Ambrose win the Intercontinental Championship. And maybe then you can send Seth off for the Universal Championship. But yeah, Seth Rollins is my prediction to win the Intercontinental Championship. Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens. Money in the Bank. Now, many people have gone on record and said that Braun Strowman does not need the Money in the Bank briefcase. And for those people who have said that, you're right. Like, why does Braun need the briefcase? Now, I think Braun cashing in during the Brock Lesnar Roman match is a good idea, but he's a face. But then again, many people have said he doesn't need it. So, you know what, guys? I am going to make a bold guess here. I am going to make a very big, bold guess. And I'm going to say Kevin Owens to win. I think Kevin Owens is going to somehow outsmart Braun and take the briefcase. I want to be different. I want to try and go different and see what happens. And Kevin's my pick to win. Because I think Kevin will have some kind of tricks up his sleeve. Because Braun can lose in every matter. Braun can only win by pinfall or submission. While Kevin can win in every matter. Pinfall, submission, count out, disqualification. And we know Kevin won't be able to pin Braun. I think the only way that Kevin will be able to take the briefcase away from Braun is by disqualification, by using Jinder Mahal. So I think that will be Kevin's plan. He'll try and get Jinder Mahal to get involved. But yeah, I'm predicting Kevin to win, to outsmart Braun. Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day. I'm predicting the New Day to win because, you know, I'm a big fan of the New Day, and you know, even I'll say, yes, it's annoying to see them in the title picture all the time, but they're so over. If there's people need to understand why the New Day is still in the position that they're in, it's because they're over. The crowd love the New Day. The crowd absolutely love the New Day. How can you not push a team that the crowd love? The New Day are so over with the crowd. They're getting more and more over every year. They're getting more over every year. So it's hard for you to not push a team that's over. So New Day are getting more and more over, and I think the New Day are going to be the team to dethrone the Bludgeon Brothers, to nail their first loss as a tag team. Because the Bludgeon Brothers have yet to lose a match as a tag team. So the New Day are going to beat the Bludgeon Brothers and their, you know, pathetic run as tag team champions. Yes, it was great to see Luke Harper and Eric Rowan finally get a run together, but I feel like it was just because you know, they just wanted to give them a little experiment. And I would not be surprised if Harper and Rowan break up again. I wouldn't be surprised if they eventually break them up again. But I think the New Day are winning. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship. This should be the real main event. I don't give a flying toss what anybody says. This is the real main event. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. And if I'm going to be honest, this is a good rivalry. This is a good match, and you know it's hard to predict the winner. It's hard to predict a winner. It's very hard to say who's gonna win and who's losing. Both of these guys shouldn't lose, but both of these guys should win. Because Joe, you know, honestly, Joe, he's really good. Samoa Joe is really good at what he does. He should be WWE Champion, Intercontinental, whatever. He should be champion. But AJ Styles is right now the most over babyface, the top babyface. Something that Vince McMahon wants in Roman Reigns, but will always fail miserably at it. But I think AJ Styles will win because he's the cover star of WWE 2K19. And I think they'll rather keep him champion on the game's release. I think they'll want to keep him champion upon the game's release. Then maybe when the game comes out, maybe they'll have Styles drop it then. Maybe they'll have AJ Styles lose it to maybe like a Randy Orton. Because Randy Orton's really good right now as a heel. And a heel Randy Orton as WWE Champion would be amazing. But we'll see what happens. But I think AJ Styles is going to retain. He's going to overcome Samoa Joe. Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey. This is probably by far my toughest choice of them all. Because I love Alexa. I want Alexa to turn face. But I don't want Ronda being champion. Because it's not her time yet. This is a big match and this is a tough match for me to predict. I know everyone wants Ronda. I know everyone hates Alexa. This is a tough one for me. I want Alexa face. But I don't want Ronda champion. Because Ronda, I just don't think Ronda should be champion yet. This is a tough one for me, man. People might think, oh, it's easy, just pick Ronda. But to me, it's not. To me, it's not. I am actually different. I've told you guys many times, if you've watched my videos many times, you know I've told you I'm different. I'm not the type of person that will, you know, turn my back on Alexa Bliss because of how overly pushed she is or how many times she's been champion. I'm remaining loyal. I'm remaining loyal to because I love Alexa. I like Alexa. I think she's a great person. I want to see her win. And you know, and everybody, and you people should know, I'm not the biggest fan of Ronda Rousey. And yes, I did say on my Raw review, I'll give Ronda a chance. This SummerSlam is make or break for Ronda Rousey for me. Ronda Rousey needs to impress me at SummerSlam. Because if she doesn't, then you people know I'm not going to be a Ronda Rousey fan. But I don't want this to be a squash match either. Because I keep hearing everybody wanting this match as a squash match. Why do you want a squash match at SummerSlam? SummerSlam is one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year. Is the second biggest pay-per-view of the year. And you want a squash match? Everybody complained about Randy Orton and Rusev last year ending in 10 seconds, but everybody wants this match to end quickly? What, is this only because you hate Alexa? Come on, man. I want Alexa and Ronda to have a good match together. I don't care how bad Ronda Rousey is. Alexa and Ronda need to have a good match together. Why can't we have a competitive match? That's what I want. I want a competitive match between these two. And I think these two can put on a decent competitive match. That's what I want. A competitive match. And all I want is all I ask for is to keep outside interference out of this match. I don't want to see Alicia Fox. I don't want to see Mickie James. I don't want to see Natalya. I don't want any outside interference. Which we're most likely are going to get outside interference. But I don't want to see any outside interference in this match. If you want I want Alexa Bliss to turn face, and obviously the only way for her to turn face is for her to lose the championship. Because yesterday, I made a poll yesterday, and I asked the people on Twitter a question, and I said, would you rather Alexa Bliss turn face when she loses the title to Ronda Rousey? Actually I said along the lines of, should Alexa Bliss show respect to Ronda Rousey when she loses the title, if she loses the title to Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam? And the options were yes, turn face, or stay heel. And 86% of the people want Alexa to turn face, and 14% of the people want Alexa to stay heel. So, again, this is tough for me. Fine. I'll pick Ronda. I'll pick Ronda to win. Only because I want Alexa face. That's would be my only reason. I want Alexa Bliss face, and I know the only way to get her face is to get that title off Ronda. Ronda Rousey better freaking impress me at SummerSlam, because if it's nothing but judo throws and arm bars, I'm not going to be happy. Ronda Rousey. There. Ronda Rousey wins, and I would have Alexa Bliss. But all I want is a good competitive match. I want a good competitive match between these two. Ronda Rousey beats Bliss, and then Bliss shows respect to Ronda Rousey in the end. That's how you can get Alexa to turn face. I would have Alexa Bliss confront Ronda after losing, stick her arm out, and shake Ronda's hand, and Ronda Rousey, they both shake hands, and then they hug. And they hug it out, and Alexa Bliss gives all the spotlight to Ronda Rousey, and Alexa thanks her for a good match, and then Alexa leaves. And then Ronda Rousey can have her moment. That's how I would do it. I would have Alexa Bliss show respect to Ronda Rousey, and that is how you end the evil goddess's reign. You have the evil goddess taken down by Ronda, and then a good goddess emerges. Then a face good girl goddess emerges after she loses the championship. After she loses the championship, a new Alexa Bliss is born. That is how I would do it. Forget rematch clauses. There's no reason for Alexa or Carmella to get a rematch. You could easily have them do something upon them losing titles. Upon them losing their titles. But if I know this company, they won't do that. Ronda Rousey to win. There. Ronda Rousey to win. And hopefully Alexa Bliss turns face by doing what I said. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns is the final match we're going to talk about, and it's WWE's main event. Vince McMahon's main event. We all know this is going to main event. And this is a tough one. This is also a tough one because we don't know what's going on with Brock. We don't know if he wants to go to all I've been hearing is that Brock Lesnar wants to do both. I've heard Brock wants to do both WWE and UFC. He wants to participate in both. But we don't know what's going on with Brock. We don't know if he wants to do both or if he wants to do one or the other. But apparently he wants to do both. But I don't know how that's going to work. I know we all hate Roman Reigns, but we need a full-time wrestler with that Universal Championship. Now, like I said, you can have the Money in the Bank holder come in. Like I said, I predicted Kevin Owens to win and somehow overcome Braun. Maybe Roman Reigns wins the Universal Championship, and then you can have Kevin Owens come in, because I'm hearing, this is just rumors, I've been hearing, King Schmidt's been hearing Roman Reigns versus Braun Well, I've been hearing Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. So, we don't know who's right here. I've been hearing they could be doing Kevin versus Roman, but on the other hand, we've been hearing Roman versus Braun. So we don't know. So there's two sides of this coin here. There's two different sides of this coin. Either they go with the Braun versus Roman coin, or they go with the Kevin versus Roman coin. We don't know which way they want to go. That's why I'm picking Kevin Owens, because I've been hearing Roman versus Kevin. That's the reason. But we will see. I think Roman's going to win, and then a cash-in's going to happen by Kevin Owens. Because, like I said, I predicted Kevin Owens to win. So, that's how I think it's going to happen. Roman is going to overcome Braun, and then Kevin is going to come along and cash in. Anyway, that's the end of this predictions. God, I'm getting all over the place. That's the end of my predictions, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that thumbs up if you did enjoy. Comment your opinions down below and what your thoughts on my predictions and my ideas that I pitched out to you. And also be sure to follow me on Twitter at pvalentine95. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace out.